Jeffree Star fires another employee. Let's talk about it. I know what you're thinking. Jeffree Star fired me. What's going on, guys? This is Rich Logs with the hottest celebrity news on YouTube. So, Jeffree Star took to the internet in a recent interview and opened up about the latest employee he fired. Now, I was kind of shocked to this because there was a lot of rumors circulating the streets that Jeffree Star did fire an employee, but it was mentioned on a live stream, but nobody had it recording until now. So a lot of people were speculating that Jeffree Star had fired Lipstick Nick because she's been so associating and doing a lot of work with James Charles. But here's what Jeffree Star had to say about that, and then we'll get into the real tea. Here we go, roll it.
I've known you for 10 plus years and you want to go to someone else's launch party? So? You want me to exile someone that has only had love and respect for me? Because I don't like someone that they're hanging out with? Girl.
Now, I feel like that shows some maturity because I think Jeffree Star could have been like, oh, you're a fake snake, you're working with James Charles. But ultimately, a lot of people in the comments are kind of very upset that Lipstick Nick still works with James Charles. Despite the fact that she's an amazing makeup artist, she could paint anyone's face. Why is she painting James Charles? And her explanation was simply because they're nice to me. With that being said, I do think that Lipstick Nick could find other people to paint. But, you know, whatever. It's her business. She can do what she wants to do. But I think she is walking a very fine line when she works with so many people that just don't like each other. However, she, I guess, is navigating the waters well, even though she did clap back on Instagram to the people who were saying, how dare you work for James Charles? I can't believe it. And, you know, she's added to the list of, you know, people who still support James Charles. But she is not fired. Jeffree Star and her are still together. But you know who is fired? And I was really shocked when I found this out about who Jeffree Star fired. I'm going to tell you in just a second. Before I go any further, this video is sponsored at the house by adamandeve.com. Thank you, adamandeve.com, for sponsoring this video. I love you guys so much. They love it when you use my code. That's LUX. LUX at adamandeve.com for 50% off and free shipping for the United States and Canada as well. Now, a portion of the proceeds goes to help and fight and find a cure for HIV and AIDS. We love companies that give back. So sit down with someone you like, pick out some fun toys, and use code LUX, LUX at adamandeve.com. Let's get on with the drama. Okay. So when I first heard about this news, I was like, no way. Jeffree Star did not fire anybody, girl. No, not Jeffree Star. So he did mention by name who he did fire. And I was kind of shook by this, honestly. And I was like, okay, let's talk. Because I feel like we need to talk. So Jeffree Star has publicly fired people before. Lipstick Nick was one of them. He even said that Hair by Jay was fired at one point, and so many other people in the past. And I was thinking like, well, what is going on? Like, you know, we still don't know whatever happened between Jeffree Star and Boomcat, you know, because we did see him post pictures of him selling stuff online with Jeffree Star and Boomcat. Now, for those of you who are not caught up on the drama, we made a video earlier where we talked about the fact that Jeffree Star and Boomcat unfollowed each other. And we don't know what really happened between the two. Jeffree Star has not said anything, but Boomcat has. And he put it in a form of a Q&A. So Boomcat over on his Instagram posted to his audience, ask me a question, anything. And I find it kind of interesting. And here's Boomcat, and there he is working on set of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And you see this right here at the bottom? Here's what he said. So somebody asked him, do you still work JSC? Question mark, which is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Do you still work with Jeffree Star Cosmetics? I'm sorry. And Boomcat, as you can see, it says Boomcat MUA. Here's the receipts right there. He wrote on there, he said no. And I'm gonna read you exactly what he said. Here we go. It says, no, I no longer work for Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It's been a fun ride. My favorite was getting to produce and direct some of the most iconic campaign shoots, like this one. I will always be grateful for the opportunity, but I'm ready for what's next. I don't know. Is that shady? Was that shady or not? I had no idea. On eBay, I think some of the stuff are still there that you can purchase, like autographed stuff. But Boomcat never said anything about why they parted ways, neither did Jeffree Star. But in this situation, Jeffree Star fired his videographer, Camila, And here's what he had to say in a recent interview here at Rich Lux. Here we go, roll it.
Y'all make everything out of everything. It makes me so funny.
Oh my God. You guys share the live, tap in, send some love.
Yeah, you guys, since we fired Camila, we're gonna have Eugenia's mom shoot all my reels now.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know about that. Wow.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, baby, she's been
Yes.
gone for a few months, and now she's trying to gift against all the guys I'm sleeping with.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow, see, she
She's
requested me a while ago. I actually didn't know about any of that.
block.
Okay, thank you for telling
It's
me.
giving snake and block.
See, I figured like she was like your friend, and I was like,
I wish.
oh, if it's, Jeffree's such an amazing person. If she's a friend of Jeffree's, like she's gotta be a great person. So,
Listen, at least I got Deborah Cooney Star on fucking salary.
yes, it's like my mom.
No, I haven't watched a drama video in probably 3 years.
Okay, you're doing
Unless
the
it's
right
Rich's
thing.
TikToks, I don't know who's doing what, who's talking about who. I really don't know, don't care. I'm just focusing on me, and I have been for a couple of years now, and I think it reflects.
Definitely. And I think really that's the best attitude because like the one drama channel I like
Okay, so Camila is fired, and I was shocked to hear this news. I heard rumors, but I was like, no, they're just people just do this a lot of times, right? She does amazing work. Like Camila, I'll see if I can put videos here. Camila really makes Jeffree Star look good in these videos. I mean, he looks good regardless. I mean, he looks like a supermodel, but like in these videos with the effects and the music and the transitions, she really does make him look good. And there's no doubt about that Camila does amazing video work. And she looks beautiful too. But maybe that's the issue is the fact that she wasn't going in hard enough, or maybe like focusing on Jeffree Star more, because apparently she was gifting guys and stuff. Like I said, I don't know much about that, what Jeffree Star had said, but I was like, what is going on? Because, maybe it is a conflict of interest, but, I really don't think she was like an employee. I think she was more like an independent contractor. Like, she'll do gigs or whatever, because that's the difference. An employee is somebody who's like on, there all the time, or like on a salary or something. I think that, this is my opinion, I have no proof, that she's maybe an independent contractor, that he would call her up on the phone and literally just be like, hey girl, Camila girl, so we got a gig coming up. We got a new palette. I need some reels. I mean, you already know the gig. Like, I kind of think like it was maybe kind of like that, like as needed. But I don't know. I wasn't in the room, so I don't just throw out speculation. But there's no doubt about that when it comes to her editing skills, hands down, amazing. You cannot take that away from her. Those edits were good. When she first got on and I saw Jeffree Star was doing reels and stuff, I was like, so we're doing this movie level type reels. I was like, okay, this is cute. And it really did like push the bar and push the envelope further, or move the needle even further when it comes to like, if you're gonna do reels, this is like a standard. Like, we're really taking it there. So I liked her work. I thought she did some really good stuff there, very creative. I think it was amazing. And I'm sad to see that she's not working with him anymore. And maybe because, Jeffree Star is on TikTok now, and he's like building a following there. I think he recently did a huge opportunity with TikTok where they allowed him to sell his new collection on TikTok a day early, and they had record-breaking numbers and record-breaking sales. And I was like, okay, so, you join his live, you can shop the new collection before it goes out to the masses the next day. So with that being said, I thought, it was a great idea. And so because Jeffree Star is really on TikTok more now than ever, and doing lives and gifting and doing TikTok shops and stuff like that, I think that maybe Camila was like, according to what he said, is that the relationships that he was building on TikTok, maybe she was benefiting from it. I don't know. I can see, like, I guess the word would be like maybe clout chasing. So he cut her off. But that's just my opinion. So maybe he felt like she was clout chasing. But that's, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. But with that being said, I've never met Camila in person. We never spoken on the phone or anything like that. She has dropped on me on TikTok. She seemed nice. And I was just shocked to hear that she got let go. And apparently, She's been let go for a couple months now. And I was like, oh wow. So with that being said, Jeffree Star's newest collection is his birthday collection that drops in November. So I can't wait to see what the reels are gonna look like and stuff like that. So because her stuff was great. Well, I have to say this, I hate to see when people part ways like that. So maybe coaching or talking to her maybe could have solved the problem or whatever. I always say that, like, I have people who work for me here, and I always say, like, it's easier for me to, like, retrain somebody than hire somebody new. It just saves me more money to just retrain than rehire. But I don't know, when you're a boss and CEO like Jeffree Star, sometimes you gotta let people go. But I will say this, I'm Rich Slugs, I gotta keep it real. She has not said anything. As of the time of making this video, she has not said anything at all about Jeffree Star. She hasn't, like, how people, you tend to let them go and they want to pop off and they're a fake snake and she hasn't said anything like that. And a lot of times people will work for you, and then when you do let them go, then, oh, you're the worst person in the world, and they want to drag you through the mud and stuff like that. But she hasn't done any of that. So I applaud her for being professional at the same time, because she could easily go on camera and just be like, let me tell you what it's really like working with Jeffree Star. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, huh? If she does. I don't know. But we'll see that. But she could also potentially burn her bridge too, because it's like, oh. You hear that noise? So, let me let it go, because it's going to go again. I'm going to tell you what it is in a minute. I'm gonna fix my contour real quick. So, all this drama's cracking my contour. It tends to, like, crack with all. Okay. All right. That's a feeder. So I bought a feeder. I bought this robot thing, and you put food in it, and then, like, you set a timer, like, and it dispenses food for your pets, like, 3 times a day, in little amounts or whatever. So that way I don't have to, like, feed them physically. It does it for me. So they kind of, like, wait on that to eat. You don't have 2 cats. So that's what that was, a little feeder or whatever. I got it on Amazon, and I actually been having it for like 2 or 3 years now. I'm surprised it hasn't broke. Like, it lasts. Anyways, if I know the link, I'll put it down below, like, and you can maybe pick one up if I can find it on the YouTube shop. Anyway, all that to say this, she hasn't been popping off about Jeffree Star or anything like that. But I think it's a good thing that she hasn't done that. But who knows? Maybe she will. Maybe she'll be outraged that he publicly said that she's not, employed by him anymore. And back to what I was saying, since Jeffree Star is cultivating a following and making connections on TikTok, maybe he felt like, hey, like, you're too much in my gig over here, and we need to keep it more professional. But I don't know. Again, I'm just speculating. So let me know what you think about all that drama in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Rich Lux with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on TikTok.